Hello, this is George Harker. Join me as I go off to Kalaupapa National Historic Park to observe monk seals.
7 in a series of 9 documenting the life history of the Hawaiian monk seal, days 34 through 39. The central element is mom teaching the pup to find solid food from day 1. When weaned, the pup is quite proficient at finding its own food. Fair use notice. The following may contain copyrighted materials made available to advance understanding. It is believed that this constitutes a fair use of any such copyrighted materials provided for in Section 107 of the U.S. copyright laws.
We will be focusing on RQ21 and her pup. RQ21 is the firstborn pup of Eve, R006, born 1997 on Molokai. Eve, R006, is the matriarchal head of a clan of about 44 monk seals born in the main Hawaiian Islands. According to NOAA's Fisheries Office of Protected Resources, nursing occurs for about 1 month, during which time the mother fasts and remains on land. After this period, the mother abandons her pup and returns to sea. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. There is nothing in NOAA's Pacific Island Fisheries Office of Protected Resources statement that has any validity at all. Note and understand what is documented within this video, and you will understand why Pacific Island Fisheries Science Center and Pacific Islands Regional Office programs do not and cannot assist the monk seal. On the contrary, fundamental problems within the agencies are the cause of an accelerated decline in the seals, a situation not found in other divisions of NOAA managing similarly endangered marine species. For those with eyes to see and ears to hear, part of a continuum of mother monk seal teaching pup to find solid food while nursing. Documenting monk seal pup learning to find solid food during specific days 34 through 39. Nursing occurs 50 days plus or minus. This video documents the progress of monk seal pups as they develop their skill in finding solid food. It's about 3 o'clock on day 34 and I encounter RQ21 and her pup on Iliopi'i Beach. Monk seals are born black but lose their baby fur when they are about a month old. The individual black hairs fall out, leaving a new coat of dark fur. Note the seal pup is pretty much a uniform slate gray in color. This is mother monk seal, and she sort of has a brownish tan cast to her color. I didn't collect any data on the rest of day 34. The morning of day 35 I was on the beach, but no seals were observed. The same situation occurred at midday, and no seals were observed. It's 4:28 in the afternoon of day 35, and we finally catch up with our seals on the beach. Note that whatever you can see of our pup monk seal has sort of a grayish cast to it. Some light hairs can be observed on the pup's muzzle. Monk seals are not the only ones fishing over at Kalaupapa. Morning of day 36, and again no data was collected by me. It's late morning on day 36. I thought we would take a moment and look at the signs put up to protect the monk seal. It's clear you're not supposed to approach a seal. As a practical matter, it makes no sense, and people approach as close as they need to achieve their purpose. We have a clear view of the belly, and its lightning is becoming quite evident.
The individual black hairs of the pup have mostly fallen out as of this video. The mottled appearance of the pup is variation in the color of the new fur that has grown in. That is correct. The new hairs have ability to change color from slate gray to white with all shades in between. It took me a while to understand what was actually happening with regard to the color shift. Sit back and enjoy as we watch these monk seals chill out while the pup undergoes its color shift. The pup is actually trying to snooze in the water and blowing bubbles out its nose. The pup rolls over on its back as if on cue. Note the color shift that's becoming evident since the last video. Note these seals are sleeping and not foraging. Their eyes are closed and they are blowing bubbles out their nose rather than mouth. Essentially, they are just floating about and not actively going after creatures in the sand below them. It's late afternoon on day 36, and our seals are on the beach, snoozing like they often do. Watch closely as we get a momentary flash of the underside. The pup's belly is in dark shadow and it's hard to tell how much it's changed. It's morning on day 37 and our seals are nursing on the beach. It's 3:12 p.m. in the afternoon of day 37 and the seals are still reclining on the beach having lunch. A late lunch at that. It's day 38, morning. And there's no sign of any seals on the beach. There is sign of their wallow mark where they spent the night and their drag line back into the water. The seals are nowhere in sight. I suspect they are out beyond the reef foraging. It's midday and we observe our seals slightly off the beach in the water.
Our color-changing pup is near shore. Looks like it may give us a display. Seemingly on cue, it rolls over and we zoom in, and look how white that belly has become just in the last 24 hours. Quite astounding. A response to those numerous requests to see a picture of me in my own videos. Here I am. Thank you. It's 6:39 in the evening and our seals on shore. Looks like they're taking a nap. Maybe they're going to do some later evening fishing. Another Kalapapa sunset caps off the day. It's morning day 39 and our seals are bopping around offshore foraging, looking for food. Seeing us, they decide to come over and say hi. A rainbow comes into view, seemingly complementing the color shift in our monk seal pup. The pup is seen here, munching on something that it's picked up off the bottom of the ocean. Mom is nearby and keeping an eye on things. Gives her a sign of approval. Pup comes over and embraces its mom. And that will conclude the video to this visit to Kalapapa. Summary and significance of the video. This video documents the learning curve of a monk seal pup as it learns to find its own solid food in the ocean. The pup is slightly more than 5 weeks old and quite capable of diving down and grabbing food morsels in the shallow water where it lives. A shift to more evening foraging is noted. Specific examples of NOAA's Pacific Island Fisheries Science Center created problems. Understand that Pacific Island Fisheries reintroduced the monk seal back to the main Hawaiian Islands in 1994, and you will be better able to grasp the level of deceit and deception with current programs. The most destructive program is helping seal moms and their pups in the northern Hawaiian Islands during the pupping period.
Programs such as supplemental feeding, translocation, handling pups for any reason directly undercut mother seals' instructions for survival. A most egregious allegation. A word about human interaction with monk seals. Pacific Island Fisheries Science Center portrays any interaction with a monk seal as affecting its wild nature and should be avoided at all costs. Monk seals, like dolphins and whales, are known to communicate with sound and telepathically with humans. For more information on this topic, search Communicating with Monk Seals, Whales, and Dolphins on the internet. It will be further explored in subsequent videos. Seal protection zones, SPZs, are often staked out around seals to protect them from encounters with curious and loving public. Looking at the seals of Kalaupapa, we find seals are more apt to return to a different area than the one they previously occupied. Note that on any day the seals are in and out of the water numerous times. As a practical matter, where is the SPZ to be located? The use of SPZs is another hazing technique which is uncalled for. Bleach marking is another hazing technique used to encourage seals to go elsewhere. Touted as aiding identification, it is not necessary. Seals shed their skin annually, and depending on a transient mark for identification makes no sense. Bleach marks are often unreadable. Bottom line is that they deface the natural beauty of the animal, spoiling the once-in-a-lifetime photo opportunity for many. Bleach adds a scent that sharks associate with monk seals as prey. Hazing seals to change their basic behavior toward humans as part of NOAA's Pacific Islands Fisheries Science Center's programs to assist the monk seal's survival speaks most clearly to how flawed NOAA's programs are. It is totally contrary to the basic concepts of the Endangered Species Protection Act. In looking at other NOAA seal protection programs such as those for Pacific Fisheries harbor seal, we find a much more enlightened attitude where indigenous groups are allowed to manage the species according to traditional cultural practices. KP2 is an example of deceit and deception of NOAA's Pacific Island Fisheries Science Center. Facts, not abandoned as stated by Pacific Science Center, but rather taken from mother at about 1 day old. Kept from water for 20 days, which is probable cause of cornea edema and going blind. Released after 8 months of captivity. Loses 50 pounds from release date to recapture. Clearly unable to adequately feed self, although capable of catching some fish. Held in solitary confinement in Waikiki Aquarium is an example of successful intervention of NOAA program. About $30 million allocated for monk seal harassment in the last 6 years. Monk seal communication. Perhaps you've already picked this up from the video. The making of this video had the full cooperation and support of the monk seals imaged within. It would not have been possible without their full cooperation, indeed their guidance during the filming. Forces were at work in the universe that put me in the right places at the right time to catch the subtle details and secrets of monk seal life. This video is dedicated to the memory of those seals that died over the years at the hands of those who were supposed to protect them. Some died from the negative consequences of good intentions, while all too many were the intended results carried out by those making a living in the name of saving a species. The most disturbing deaths were those targeted because of their association with Dr. George Harker and their efforts to get their story told. Stopping the millions in funding will go a long way to aiding seals. You have permission to download and distribute this video through any venue, commercial or non-commercial, under the condition that you do not alter the content in any way. Translations are fine. Special thanks Eric K. Brown, marine ecologist, Kalaupapa National Historical Park, Julie Lopez, Friends of Monk Seals, Molokai, James K. Walsh, PC, Attorney at Law, Eugene, Oregon. Until next time, peace be with you.